Hello everyone, today we are going to be making keto apple pie. So we are going to start out with our dry ingredients with our almond flour, coconut flour, powdered monk fruit, xanthan gum, and we are going to pulse that to combine. Then we are going to add in apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon salt, and our 2 eggs, and then we are going to pulse again. So then we have 1 cup of cold or chilled or from the freezer butter, and then make sure it is very cold. That's what's going to give the dough the flakiness. So we're going to add that into our food processor and pulse until we get like a gritty consistency, almost sandy. And when we touch it, it will come together. So that's what we're looking for. Then we are going to place that in some cling wrap, and we are going to put that in our refrigerator for about 1 or 2 hours. If you want to go speed up the process, I just put it in the freezer for about 20 minutes. So then we just want to place our dough in between 2 sheets of parchment paper. We are going to try to press on it a little bit, and we are going to separate about 1/3 of the dough, and that is what we are going to use for the top part of our crust. So this is our dough for the bottom part, and we need to make sure that it is being flipped into our pie dish with the wax paper or parchment paper, and that will help you to remove um, like to press it down and then to remove the parchment paper and get it up on the sides of your dish. So then I am just um, folding in the sides a little bit. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I'm just showing you how I'm doing it, and you can just put like your index finger in between your 2 fingers from your other hand and go all the way around, and that it looks really cute. So if you're going to top it off completely with your top crust, you don't have to do it, just skip on that, but this is what I'm doing. So if you're taking this for like a dinner or party, see how beautiful that looks? So now our key ingredient that we are going to use to substitute apples is chayote squash. So these have like a neutral flavor. Um, they are very low in carbs, so it's a great substitute for apples, and we are just going to dice them up, and we are gonna just have them act as our apples in our pie. So now we are just going to place our chayotes in a pot and place those stovetop, and we're going to boil for about 5 to 7 minutes until they are tender when you poke them with the fork. We don't want them too soft because we are still going to bake it with the crust. So now we are going to get ready to make the filling. We're going to use 3 tablespoons of butter and add our drained chayotes. Now to this we want to add in half a cup of granular monk fruit. If you like it a little sweeter, you can add 3/4 cups of the sugar, and then 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and we are also adding in 2 tablespoons of lime juice. This is freshly squeezed, but you can add in like the bottle kind or lemon juice. So as we are mixing, you can see that we have a lot of liquid at the bottom. So that's why we are going to add in 2 teaspoons of xanthan gum, and that is what it's going to like bind, and it's going to thicken up, and that's what we want for our filling. So we want to cover this up and let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. And what we are looking for is that when we pass our spatula, you see the bottom of the pan or whatever you're using to cook this in, and that's when we know it is ready. So then our remaining dough, we're going to flatten that out, and that's what we're going to use. We're going to cut it into thin strips, and that's what we are going to use for the top crust. So we bring our pie pan from the refrigerator, and once our filling has been cooled down, we are going to add that into our pie crust, and then we are going to try to decorate the top part of the crust. So I like to put it in to like the sides and pack it down nice and flat, and the flatter and even it is on the top, the easier it's going to be to place the strands of dough for the top crust. So I would like to add, I am not a pro at this. I am just doing this for the family and for you guys, and if your strands are not long enough, you can always add in like extra pieces that you cut out and just kind of pinch them together, and they will stick back together, so no worries. It's for you. So if you don't have like enough dough to make a lot of strands, um, what I did is I just cut them out into like leaf shapes and then little circles and just decorate. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything specific, but look how beautiful it looks. Ready for the oven. So don't forget to egg wash the top, bake at 350 for about 40 minutes, and look how beautiful. I hope you enjoy.